Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fibre Friends podcast. I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts.
Hi, everybody. I'm Louise from Wildflower Will.
And it is Friday, the 25th of June already.
Yeah.
Already. Almost over. The kids are all done their classes here and we're just getting ready for vacation. So how did everybody do on their Get Her Done projects that we were finishing up the end of last weekend? How did you make out?
Well, good. But, I way overestimated what I could get done. I had my European road trip show and I had my color work cowl. I didn't even get to touch the cowl. I was working all on the shawl, and
oh wow, you got a lot done.
It's considerably longer. Where was
it
my
looks
marker?
Like twice the size.
I think there's my marker. That's where we started.
Wow.
So I got that much. Oh wait, no, this is where I started with Jocelyn. So our challenge was a week later. But where's my marker?
Did you lose it?
There.
It's still a lot. That's a lot of knitting.
So it is almost, I don't know. This is a big shawl, right?
Yeah.
But look, it's getting there. I feel like it kind of goes.
The end is near.
End is near. I'm going to finish because I'm about. It's kind of hard to show on here.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of at my elbow.
I'm gonna guess by the time you get the second peak done, it's gonna reach your whole wingspan.
That's what I'm hoping, and so I've got this. Can you see? Squishy bit left. I know I'm not halfway. Remember I did that before and I thought for sure I was halfway and I was not quite. I know, and this feels a little bit more, so I maybe got.
And is this the next ball?
Yes. So I finished that heart ball that I was working on. I knit one whole other ball, and this is the start of the second. So I probably have this about a quarter done.
Nice.
So I'm going to knit all of this, and then I'll grab another ball and start the other decrease point. And then I think I'll call it done.
Nice.
So the end is in sight. I don't know if I'll get it done or not, but Thursday night, July 1st, Jocelyn and I check in to see if we got our projects finished for June. This was my June project. So I don't know.
It feels so good when you get a lot accomplished on a big project like that.
Yeah. Well, and I'm just really excited to wear it. I just think this will be really nice, even like on a cool summer night. Because I was knitting it yesterday and somebody said to me, they're like, oh, well, you're not going to need that for a few months. And I'm like, no, I think I will wear it. I'll wear it this summer. So anyway.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I'll just
leave it on.
Leave it on. It's almost, look at this. It's almost long enough. I could leave it on. Oh, actually it is. I can leave it on and knit on.
Perfect.
Can do it. So yeah, so I'm happy with the Get Her Done challenge. It got me to get this out of the closet because it had been sitting there for about a year. And yeah, motivated me to get it done. Hi, Gilly. He likes to say hello too. It's a little, I don't think it's quite ergonomically correct because I'm a little sideways, but I guess maybe I could just wiggle it a little bit.
Wiggle it just a little bit. I did not accomplish any of the things I talked about. Not one of them.
Not one?
nothing that I showed. Because I've been insanely busy with work. But I did accomplish something that I wanted to do that I did not show. Oh, I did show it last week. My socks.
Yes, yes, you did show them last week.
Because we talked about the heel.
Yes.
Or about the legs, sorry.
So you modified your goal.
I did. So I got these done. And I'm very, very happy with them, actually. They stay on so nice. So this before had been my cuff of ribbing.
Okay.
So I ripped it back and I just used what was left, like that, to the end of the yarn.
Yeah.
And just did stockinette. And then I had some more red left. And I went down one needle size and did just a 1x1 rib, and I did an inch of rib, and they are perfect.
And they fit great.
They do. They don't fall, they don't slouch, they don't nothing. And there's still, you know, a decent amount of
some
stretch on them.
They
Jenny's surprisingly stretchy cast off.
Yes.
In the same needle size that I was using with the same tension.
And you didn't decrease any stitches?
No decreases.
So you think just the extra height of the leg?
Yeah, because before I only had done like, you know, a centimeter, like a finger's width of, you know, leg above the heel, and then did my ribbing. It clearly wasn't enough.
Okay. Well, that's good to know then. So a little extra leg.
Yeah, so that, I would guess that's about 2 inches. This, I know my ribbing is 1 inch because I measured it.
Yeah, and your leg looks about the same, or maybe
yeah, so I, you know, an inch of leg and then my cuff, and perfect. And I'm not a big shorty wearer, but oh yeah, they turned out really nice.
So now you got them for camping.
Yeah, if I want to take them. And this was indigo dragonfly yarn in a, it was a special from 2019 fundraiser yarn. I was gifted it for my birthday or something one year from my friend.
And this
so
is
I got 2 pairs of socks out of that. That's what I finished.
That's good. Well, because and a lot of people left you great comments with suggestions for
with some good suggestions. Yes. Yeah.
What, and I got thinking about that after a few people had suggested or said that they do a little short rows on the heel.
Yeah, just to make it taller at the back. That would work really, really well. I think if you were doing, if you wanted to do like a really, like mine clearly has a leg on it, but if you wanted to do like the little no-show sports socks, you know, that sort of thing, that would work really good for that.
Yeah, just give you a little shaping, a little extra height at the heel.
Yeah.
And after I read one of those comments, I thought, yeah, I remember way back when I was knitting slippers. I have a slipper pattern, and I don't think it's short rows, but I think when you cast on, you do some increasing, so there it gives you a little bit of shaping on the heel. And I thought, oh, that's kind of basically the same thing, right? A slipper, a sock.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So good job.
Yeah, that was, yeah, definitely some great ideas there.
Yeah. Somebody said they thought that the heel flap and gusset, they found that stayed on a little better.
Yeah, it gives you, probably gives you a taller back.
Yeah.
The shape's a little different.
Yeah, so maybe that accomplishes the same thing with that having the heel flap versus.
Yeah.
But there
I
again,
was just finding wearing them in my slippers that as I walked, the back of my slipper would slowly just keep pulling it down till my sock was in my slipper.
And it's probably no one perfect fix for that problem. It's probably just individual, you know,
Well, yeah, and everybody has what they like kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What fits you
But
best?
yeah, if you look at the comments from last week's video, there's a few different suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you fixed it. And they look really good. And you didn't use any of the black because you had a little ball, you had little balls of
Yeah.
little balls of black, and you didn't use any black.
Yeah, just in case I needed it, I thought I'd throw a couple of rows of black in there, stripe it or something, but I didn't end up needing it. And I actually had a little bit of red left. So I'll keep them for, toy knitting. Maybe I'll need some different colors for, a Christmas gnome or something. Who knows?
Sounds like a good plan.
Or maybe I can make like a red Christmas star ornament or a red snowflake.
Ooh, that would be cute. Wait and see. Yeah, I can always use a little bit here and there, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So shall we look at Ravelry and draw some winners?
Sure. Do some draws. What are we giving away this week? A couple of free patterns?
I think we'll do 3 patterns. Everybody likes to get patterns gifted to them, right? We all have huge
Absolutely
wish lists and things in our queues or whatever, right? That, I mean, oh my gosh, if I I'm just thinking, how old would I have to be by the time I knit everything, that all the patterns I have saved in my library? It would take me a few years. So we had a lot of entries.
I know.
I think.
Is it the locked thread?
It's the locked one. We had 62 entries, which is good. And I know not everybody posted their finishes or their progress at the end, but that's okay. So yeah, so we had, ooh, there's some, I mean, they're all so pretty. I'm just looking at Mrs. Allen, 1419. Who was Mrs. Allen? Is this Leah? Yes, it is Leah. She finished her log cabin blanket. I'd love, have you knit a log cabin blanket before?
I have not.
I love doing it. And
which one is that?
She is entry 34. I love doing
I don't know if I recall. Is that the one where you start in the middle with 10 stitches and you keep going around and around and around?
Yeah. Yeah. You start with a square and then you go around, switch your colors. Every time I see one, I think, oh, I've got to. Yes. So we're just scrolling and looking at some of the pretty things. And then we'll do a random.
That's pretty cool. I would have never thought to have done that. I think I've only seen it done like just one blanket and you just keep going.
Yeah.
Instead of doing blocks. Or maybe it's the same idea. Maybe I'm thinking of something different.
No, it's the same idea. You just keep going till you get it as big as you want. And what a great, I think her comment said she was using up some scraps, which is fantastic. And what is this? Jessica, she got the entry above. She finished a blanket too. She's got it sewn together.
Yeah. So there was, did you see between 41 and 48, there's a whole bunch of deleted posts.
Is there? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to, okay, that's why there's extra then. Okay. Because I thought there was about 52 or 53 entries when because I added in a couple. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll just, we will just compensate for that. But boy, everybody did such a great job. And there were so many comments about, that this was such a great thing. It motivated everybody to pull something out. Otherwise it would still just be sitting in a bag somewhere, which is
Like mine.
yeah, well, and but I am so happy to have the shawl almost finished. It was, oh my goodness, who posted? Oh yes, I saw these were some red socks. Who was Fibre Stasher? Diana. So she said my husband literally stole the socks I made for him for Father's Day as soon as I wove in the ends. So I don't have a finished picture.
Oh
I,
no.
I love that he loves my makes. Um yes. So now she says she gets to cast on a pair for her, and she's posted a really super cute picture. Is this must be her baby, I'm guessing. Anyways, it's a cute picture. So, but I did remember seeing the red socks. They were kind of red and black striped, I think, in the Facebook group. So it was fun. I think this 10-day challenge went over well. We will definitely have to do this one again because I don't, well, other than maybe Natalie, I don't think there's too many people that don't have whips still that we could. There are a few people out there who don't have a ton of things on the needles. Like they do, those kind of people do exist.
I used to be one of those people.
Did you?
Apparently not anymore.
Well, every time I stick with a project, like the European road trip shawl, right? Now that this is pretty much all I've been knitting on. I have one other project, well, kind of two, that I've been working on a little bit, but I know I kind of like it when I stick to one thing and can see myself getting it finished. I'm like, why don't I do this more often? But then that thought quickly disappears when I cast something else on. And
Yeah, that
anyways,
happens.
I
Or
know.
when you're knitting something and you're kind of, tired of the back and forth and it's in your head, you're thinking about all these other projects you want to start.
I know there's I know there's always so many fun things. Oh, look at some people. Nancy finished a sweater. I think it's Nancy. Is it Nancy? Oh, no, it's not. This is oh, wait. This is Joanne. Oh, yes, Joanne. Joanne's got, it turned out great. Joanne and Jessica. Yeah, it's fun to see some sweaters. Asa got her goal was to get her sleeve done on her Elton. I think that was her Elton sweater. Yes. Oh, and talking about slippers, Donna got slippers finished.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Amber got her shawl finished. Was that Winter Fairy shawl? Yeah, that was really pretty with some lace work. So many fun things. Oh, and Mara got her brioche shawl done. That is stunning.
It was very pretty. I love the colors, all the pinks.
Oh, yeah. She has a great color sense for picking colors. Annie striped socks. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we could be here forever oohing and awing over everything. Everybody will just have to
Yes, let's pick some winners. These poor people are waiting.
no, who wins? Okay. Do you want me to do the random number or do you want to do it?
No, you do it and I'll show.
Okay. All right. Let me pull it up here.
So I think it went to 62.
It did. So what will we do for
62.
if we get any of the ones that were deleted, will we just take the
We'll just skip it and go and do it again.
just redraw? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go 2 to 62.
Because I think the one right after was the person that deleted them all. So you can't just go to the next person.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll just do. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need a drum roll.
Dun, da, da, da.
Number 16.
16.
16. Who is 16?
That means I got to go back to page 1.
I know, I'm trying to scroll here. Oh, 15, 16.
14, 15,
It's
16.
Asa.
Asa.
Look at that,
The
Asa.
back of her crocheted summer top. Oh, that was next goal done. Finish the back of my crochet summer top. That's some nice crocheting, Asa.
That looks gorgeous.
I wish I could get back to that. I was thinking about it. I'll tell you about it later.
Ooh. All right. Okay, so Asa, winner number 1. Okay, we'll do it again.
Did you write, are you writing these down or should I?
You can, or I can write them down when I edit, when I go through them.
Here we go. Oh, right.
Asa. Okay. Da da da. Okay, you're gonna do your drum roll again.
Da, 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 da. That was bad.
Oh, I didn't show the number. I should have showed. Honestly, the first one really was Asa.
Number 23.
23.
Woo. Coralie?
Is that 23? That's oh my gosh. We have a Norway theme going on. This is Elena.
She says, my goal was to finish all squares for this blanket and I did it.
Yay.
Congratulations. Good job.
Elena. Excellent. Oh, how fantastic. Good job. I wonder how many squares that is. That looks like a large bowl of tiny, those look like tiny squares, don't they? Do you think
Yes.
they're bigger than they look, or do you think they are tiny? Like they look like what?
Well, they're in a bowl and they're only 2 rounds. It looks like a circle. First round, second. I think they're only like 2 rounds, so they're probably not very big. I'm going to say maybe like 3-inch squares, maybe. I'm only guessing.
I don't know. I was going to guess 2-inch square, but
no, they're bigger than that.
Are they bigger than that? Okay. I don't know. The nice shades of green, though. I like it.
It is.
Okay. All right.
I'm excited to see that when it's done.
Yeah.
I'm not drum rolling again because, you know.
Okay. And, whoa, wait. Okay. Okay. What did I hit the wrong thing here. Come back. Here we are. Let me do this again. I mucked it up. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh.
Number 13. Well, we're a bunch of first pagers today.
I know.
Let's go back up here.
13.
Annie, you're 33.
Oh, the striped
Annie.
socks.
Annie from Connecticut.
Wow, lovely.
And she finished up her socks.
I love it. I like the heel that she's done on those.
Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, they have like a diagonal little, I don't know if you can see that on the screen or not. That's kind of cool.
That is really fun. Well,
my goal was to finish these socks. I just had the toes to finish. They were socks I started during the sock cal. Well, there you go. Good job. Good job.
2 challenges. And 1 to start, 1 to finish. I love it.
Whatever it takes to get her done.
That's right. Whatever it takes. Well, look at that. Okay, so Annie, Elena, and Asa, send me a message on Ravelry. Pick any pattern that you would like to have added to your library, and we will send it to you. I like giving things away.
Yay.
So next, oh, look at that. My shawl is falling off my shoulder.
How dare it?
I know. Maybe that's because it's not quite big enough. Or I'm knitting on the other end. So our next challenge Do you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Oh, yes. We're going to do some yarn dyeing in a couple weeks.
Hmm. We're gonna start, we'll do a 3-day weekend dyeing challenge, and we picked Friday, July 23rd as our start day.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Hmm. So we'll be able to, during our Friday night live knit night, we can chat, kind of kick it off. I mean, well, you can start Friday morning, but Friday night during our live 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, that will be our official launch. We can all chat live about our plans and our goals and what we're going to do, and of course, anytime now, you can start posting pictures in the Fibre Friends Facebook group, because everybody loves to see what everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given too much thought. I've got a lot of white yarn. Now, typically we've always done wool. Most people always dye wool, but there's certainly, you could dye cotton. Sam had mentioned trying to dye cotton, and I think somebody else was asking about it too. So that would be exciting if somebody gave that a whirl.
That's the thought.
I've only done it once, and I think I did it green. I think it turned out. Honestly, I don't really remember.
So what options are there for dyeing cotton other than like rip dye?
When is they? Okay, am I gonna Procyon? Something like that. This is what happens when I have to guess off the top of my head. PROC. I'm thinking I can like see the word in my head. I'm just not exactly
So
how to
is
pronounce
this like a commercial dye
it. So
that you're talking about, or?
yeah.
Okay.
If I try to Google what procrastination came up. Oh yeah, okay. MX Dye Canada. So PROCION, and then it says MX Dye Canada.
Okay.
So let me see what that is. If it's something, oh, tie-dye factory.
I've been thinking that I would like to try and dye some Ada fabric too, and it's 100% cotton, so I could
Yeah.
kill two birds with one stone. What a terrible saying.
That is really, isn't it? Fiber. So it's saying fiber reactor Procyon dyes. #1 dye for tie-dye and dyeing cotton, rayon, linen, and hemp.
Oh, wow.
And
So natural fibers.
yes. So it looks like a powder. I'll put a link here. I have no idea. This is the first Google that
I
came
guess
up.
that would be natural vegetable fibers.
Yes, as opposed to animal.
Right.
Well, wouldn't that be exciting? I'm just thinking white. Oh my God. Remember I had all that white dishcloth cotton that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with white? Because I always thought white, gets so dirty. And then other people said, no, white's actually good because you can bleach it or you can do whatever. And some people actually like white. But I'm sure, well, if I don't have any, I could go get some. That would not be a problem. Maybe some cotton dyeing would be a fun. We have 3 days.
We do.
We could do 3, solar dyeing one day, cotton dyeing another day, and then dye some sock yarn or something the other day.
Well, solar dyeing might be a problem if the weather's anything like it's going to be for this next week.
Yeah, right now is not a good time for solar dyeing. There's no sun, but
Uh,
yeah, solar dyeing is, yeah, you have to have Mother Nature in your corner for that one. You need the sun, the heat, you need that. Anyways, but there's lots of other ways we can dye. You can plan on solar dyeing, and if it doesn't work, you can go back to your microwave or put it on the stove top. But
that's
so yeah,
right.
we'll have to chat the next few weeks up until July 23rd when we kick this off. We can talk about different ways of dyeing, different yeah, we'll just give some tips. So there's something we can start thinking about as cotton, and maybe I might even just order some of that dye just to try it for fun. And now, do you know? So you're going to do Ada. That would be exciting.
Yeah, because I got a bunch, because Walmart had all their stuff on sale. So
Yeah.
our friend that works there got me a couple of rolls of it, and I already had a couple rolls. So
Isn't that good?
yeah,
You have friends in high places.
I
That
do.
it's all about who you know, right?
I know. So yeah, I thought maybe I'd try dyeing it because I was thinking of just doing like some tea dyeing, but um, not that I do too much stitching on Ada that I would want to keep, like to last
Oh,
like museum quality or
yeah.
whatever,
So you're talking
because
like color
I guess
fast.
tea dyeing doesn't
It
yeah,
fades.
yeah, it doesn't stay the
Okay.
same, I don't believe. I don't know, but
I don't. Are you saying that like tea in general, like if you dyed wool with tea, or just on the Ada?
well, I think with wool, you're gonna, whatever you're making with it is going to degrade over time. It's not going to last forever and ever, right? But sometimes when you do stitching, like there are pieces and samplers from like 100 or 200 years or 300 years ago
Good point.
that are still around,
Yeah.
that people have. And if you want to make a piece that you're going to pass down generations, or something
Yeah.
substantial, excuse me, that you want to last, you want to make sure that you're doing it with products that are going to stand the test of time. And apparently dyeing with tea and stuff doesn't, I don't
Doesn't.
know why. It's just something I heard that it
No,
doesn't,
that makes sense. So you're gonna
keep.
use an actual commercial dye for that.
Excuse me, I got a little tickle.
Makes sense. Yeah, because I was gonna say, you're right. I wasn't thinking the longevity of stitching versus knitting. My hats aren't going to stick around for 100 years,
No,
but
well, most likely not, but you never know, right?
but because I know with any kind of dye, like with wool, even well, natural dyes, right? Like there's always some talk about light fastness and does it fade over time?
Hmm.
But in my experience, I haven't had anything that I had to stop wearing because you could tell it looked like it was faded, right?
Right.
And that's from all types of dyes, like even like Kool-Aid. I've done hats and mitts, and then I've worn those for at least 3 winters, and they look fine still. Doesn't quite hit, yeah, like you're saying, like archival status, but yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. For knitting, probably for what we're gonna wear, and yeah, before it gets lost or you just feel like you want to upgrade and have something new anyways, you're probably fine with. I don't think it's a problem. At least I've never have. I don't know other people's experience, but okay, well that's kind of interesting. So that this would be a good thing for people to chime in on if anybody has some experience dyeing cotton, because I think we're going to have to do this now. I'm excited to try it.
Hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking of, trying with some RIT,
Hmm.
just because it's readily available and I
Well,
can pick a couple of colors that I like. And
because they have that at Fabricland, don't they?
I think so. And I think Michael's has it too.
Oh, okay. So then that means like
Um,
Joanne probably would, or Hobby Lobby.
yeah,
So that would be
yeah,
kind of get
probably.
hands on.
I think Michael's also has stuff for doing tie dyeing too. So
Yes, I
can
think.
always
Yeah.
see what they have.
So you're telling me that I should make a trip to Michael's just
Sure, why not?
to be informed for next week's podcast.
Well, we could always meet and go together.
Well, I think we totally should.
Well,
Since
not this week because I won't be here, but
okay, well we've got a couple of weeks, so we'll stay tuned. We'll see what we can find at Michael's. That would be a good little trip. We could maybe we could do film a little bit in there, show everybody what our local Michael's has
ooh, good idea.
for some cotton supplies. That because you know what, I'm already thinking ahead to for our August challenge. I think should be to use the yarn that we've dyed in July. And wouldn't that be fun to have some white cotton, dye it, and then knit a dishcloth or a pot holder or something with it?
I think that's a great idea.
Something that we could use for ourselves, make something for our kitchen, or gift it for Christmas.
Yep.
Because it is that time. Yesterday, well, today's June 25th. So you know what that means.
6 more months.
6 months and it will be Christmas.
Good Lord. We barely started summer, Louise.
I know, and I don't want to wish summer away, but I know. Can you believe that we're halfway back around to Christmas and winter already?
Yeah. And I'm just leaving to go on my first camping trip on Sunday. Like, come on.
I know, that's right. So no talk about. We just got to focus on summer and
That's
yarn
right.
dyeing for right now.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, we'll talk more about the yarn dyeing, and maybe I'll have to figure out what yarn I'm going to dye. I've got a fair amount. I have a fair amount of white lying around here, like that stuff. For starters,
Is that Croy?
it is Croy. Yeah.
I found a couple of part balls.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
So you could do more shorties.
I could.
Good.
My Google was just talking and I didn't hear what it said.
Is it telling you places you can buy RIT dye or?
I don't know. It was talking to me.
So if anybody's thinking about the yarn, because that's really what we need to kind of think about, right? If you have to do an order, or now most stores are open, it's not
Here.
quite as hard
Mm-hmm.
to get our hands on some yarn. But think about, yeah, if you want cotton for the challenge, if you want wool, I wouldn't suggest acrylic. I'm not
No.
sure how that would, because that Procyon, it didn't say, it was talking still natural
Yeah, I don't even think you
plant
can.
fibers. I don't know how, I mean, yeah, obviously there has to be a way. I don't know. And I don't, well, Amber, she dyed. I wonder what she used. She dyed some sock yarn because her sister-in-law can't wear wool. So Amber was getting some acrylic sock yarn, and I have it cast on. It was one of my New Start Mondays back a few weeks ago, and she dyed a ball and gave it to me, and it's acrylic. So I will have to check in with Amber if Amber wants to leave a comment what dye
Oh,
she used,
well,
because who
that's interesting.
options. Yeah, I mean everything's doable. You just have to Yeah, do a little research. So that totally have no idea what you would do for acrylic, but that would be something fun that we could, maybe I'll do a little Googling for that, and we can talk about that maybe next week, what I find out. So anyway, but basically you want white or an off-white, even a gray or a light pink would work. You can over dye it. When you're doing that though, it kind of your colors aren't as true, right? If you start with a light gray and you dye it with pink, you're going to get a different shade as if opposed if you dyed over.
Right.
But that's always fun too. Just
Well,
to
what if you want to try and do like a speckly effect or something over top of
yeah,
a different color?
I know.
That could be
So
fun.
I know. So many things. So why don't we'll just kind of over the next few weeks before July 23rd comes, we can talk about some of those techniques and different methods of dyeing. But for, yeah, most people right now just work on getting your yarn gathered together, how many balls you want, and then start thinking about what you're going to knit with it in August. Fun stuff ahead.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So what else have okay, you mentioned something about crochet. What is that about?
Oh, well, I guess we'll get into my shopping.
Oh, you went shopping?
Well, I ended up in a impromptu trip last weekend that I wasn't counting on
Right, you
because
did.
I had a friend that lives a couple hours up north and she called me up. She said, I have to come halfway down to your place. Do you want to meet up?
And
And I
now
was
that
like, absolutely.
because now we can.
Yes. And she was going to Listowel. So I made a trip up to Listowel.
Yeah. And
And
we all
I
know
was
what
about
that means.
I was about 15 minutes ahead of her. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a quick pit stop while I'm waiting for you into the spin right factory.
Yeah.
So I had a little walk around in there. And so I did buy a couple of things because, you have to.
That's right.
So my daughter for a long time has been wanting me to make her one of these blankets with that big, thick, woolly yarn, that's like an inch in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a whole bunch of it in the per pound bins that you paid like 40 cents an ounce or whatever it was.
Yep. I love that bin.
Yeah. Well, and there was all kinds of crochet cotton, like handicrafter cotton, all kinds of it. I didn't get any because I don't need it, but so I didn't buy any of that, but they did have Fibre, like a whole bunch of these balls of that great big chunky blanket knitting stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so there was some that all coordinated. So I got her like 5.5 balls worth for like $20. And that stuff's like at least $10 each a ball. So I was like, cool, I'll get this. She'll be happy. So I didn't bring it down to show you because I already told her to put it in her room
Okay.
somewhere because
So
it's in a great big bag.
is she gonna make it or are you gonna make it for her?
Well, I don't know yet because she told me that she had seen some YouTube videos where they were doing it like finger crocheting or finger knitting or whatever with it. So I'm kind of hoping maybe she'll try it herself because
Yeah.
it'll keep her busy, right? But after that, I was looking around and of course, I had to video chat with Louise while I was shopping, as one does.
I got this message. Look where I am.
So I came across this yarn that I had never seen before. And
Yeah, and I haven't. Somebody left a comment somewhere talking about the hempster when we were talking about our hemp and linen conversation a couple weeks ago. I had never seen that yarn.
so I asked the girl about it. And I
Yeah.
said, I've never seen this. And she said, you know, they came out with it a couple of years ago and it's already discontinued.
What? I thought it was
Yeah.
brand new.
Well, it is. It's only a couple years old, but they decided, I don't know if there wasn't, you know, a whole lot of, they didn't sell a lot of it or what. Well, never heard of it. So, but it is 55% hemp and 45% cotton. And it's a number 3, so like a DK weight, thereabouts, I would say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And all of the ball bands all had patterns for like tote bags and stuff. And, you know, her and I were talking about it. And she said, well, because nobody knows what to do with it because all the patterns had bags and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like this is going to make an amazing summer top.
Mm-hmm.
Like nice and light and airy. And so I'm thinking that I might crochet. I got 6 balls of this, and these are 100-gram balls, 3.5 ounces. I imagine it's more than I need, but
Yes, I would think so.
and you know, we were talking about it. I said it's like the Grace cotton. She goes, yeah. She said, so it's not discontinued, but they discontinued a lot of the colors. So they just reduced how many colors they're
Okay,
making.
that's it.
And she said it was the same thing with it. Like in the beginning, nobody knew what to do with it because all they had was like different bags and whatever to make with it. And I'm like, oh, it's like so versatile.
Yeah, that's
You're
like
like,
bad marketing.
yeah, because I love Grace. Like I've made some nice stuff with Grace.
It's
So yeah, anyways, and
that's
the
a
color I
good thing.
got is called grape, and it's definitely grape.
It's pretty.
Yeah, so hopefully it looks okay on me. I don't know. I usually like a little deeper jewel tone, but it'll be okay. So I got that, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna make a nice like lacy crochet top.
Yeah.
I want to, so hopefully I'll start on it at some point, and hopefully it doesn't hurt my wrists too bad because that's why I don't crochet anymore.
Well,
So anyways, I got that, and of course I had to,
of course, you have to get Patton's Croy.
I needed some, you know,
Yeah. See, that is absolutely your color.
these are my colors. Yes, I love it.
What
So amethyst stripes.
pretty. That's nice.
Yeah, it's showing like a,
I wonder if I have any of that here.
yeah, I don't know that it's really new, but it's got like some dark kind of grayish black and some pink. And this is showing more rust, but it's kind of a little more to the brown, and then some dark purples, and they're kind of showing reddish on the screen. I don't know why, because my light is bad. That's a little bit better.
I have some stuff. Which way do I point?
Right there.
Right there. I'm wondering if that is the same.
Maybe.
I don't know if it is. Might be. It's close. Anyways,
You can't reach it.
I can't quite reach it. I'd have to like really move my chair. I probably.
So
Anyway,
yeah, that was my little bit of shopping. So I'm pretty excited about this Peyton's Hemster.
yeah. I can't believe they've discontinued it. Well, yes, I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
190 yards. So they had purple and they had a really bright, like pinky color. I should have gone for the pink just for something different. But
Well, Listowel's not that far from you.
no, there was hardly any there.
Oh. Well, well, you have purple. You'll be able to try it, enjoy it.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So speaking of summer tops.
Oh, you got the second color in there.
No, that's my provisional cast on.
Oh, darn.
With a little bit of Croy. Because
Okay.
that's what I had.
Darn, I got
So
excited.
yeah,
I thought you were striping them already.
no, I did a little bit of a swatch, believe it or not.
Good.
So it's still going to be kind of airy. I'm hoping it blooms a bit when I wash it and soak it out, because I've never knit with it before, so I have no idea, but I'm liking this fabric a lot better than that big loose stuff. Now I just am doing my eyelet round to do the picot edge,
Yep.
but
Looks good.
yeah,
Looks really good.
270 some odd stitches. It takes forever to go around. 272, 275, sorry. And
Are you liking knitting with it?
yeah, I don't mind it actually.
Good.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, there's some decreasing as you go up.
Oh, so you got a little.
Yeah. Before you get to, so I started with 275 stitches, and
So your rows will get shorter.
I am reducing down to, I think it ends up being 224 stitches by the time I get to the chest.
Okay. Well, I like that. It's going to give you a nice flared look.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it kind of makes sense.
So this is your Euroflax.
Yes. Yeah, so the pictures they're showing, it sort of gets smaller as you go, because it's like a tunic goes right to your.
It's yes, right. And which pattern? So that, because you had two, you had the notched hem, and that one was called, what was that one called again?
With knits linen tunic.
Yeah.
It was a free pattern on Ravelry that I found.
It was a pearl Soho pattern, wasn't it?
Not this one, the other one was.
Oh, was okay.
Yeah, with the reverse stockinette in down the side panels.
Yeah. And it had that. Yeah, they were both cute, but yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So have you figured out your colors? How are you going to work your colors in there?
I'm starting out with the light blue, and here, just let me put my pattern back to where I was. So I'm starting out, I have 2 balls of the light, and I'm going to knit those. I'm going to kind of wing it, but I'm going to knit these. I'll knit the full ball, and then maybe I'll knit like half of this ball. And then I'm going to start in with this color, and I'm going to stripe.
Yeah.
And then I'll go until my blue runs out, the light blue runs out, and then I'll switch to striping with this.
Nice.
And I'll stripe till I got none left, and then finish up with the dark at the top.
Oh, I think that'll look great. Yeah.
Oh, so it'll kind of fade.
Yeah. Sweet. Exciting. Can't
Sure,
wait
why not?
to see.
Yeah, somebody suggested to stripe the 2 new colors at the top, and I thought I'd just kind of, you know, fade them all in together, sort of. I think that storm's finally coming. It's starting to get dark out.
Is it? I wanted to be able to run out. I've got a little garden project I want to do before it rains, so we'll see.
So you haven't got any your way yet?
Nope. But it is, when we started recording this, I said that it had looked like it was brightening up, but now it looks like it's clouding over again. So
maybe it's going to come through all east of us and we won't get it. And I went out, ran out, closed up the trailer for nothing.
Well, you probably just scared the rain away by doing that, right?
And then my daughter will yell at me because she was mad I made her come help me.
Oh, well, that's what you do. I pulled out, I've got this really cute bag.
Oh, it's got flip-flops. That's
It's got
cute.
flip-flops on one side and
Chairs, Adirondack chairs.
yep, on the other side. And this was made by our friend Dawn.
I was gonna say, I bet that's a Knit's Best Thing bag.
It is Dawn from the Codependent Knitters. The Knit's Best Thing. Yes.
Yeah, I like her bags. I have a couple. I got a camping one. I got to get it out
Yeah, you need
because
to have
I'm
this week.
going camping.
Gotta
And I
have
have a new start all ready to go.
So my Leo and Roxy yarn.
Yes, that stuff's beautiful.
Oh, I love this. This is their sock yarn, and this is the colorway Orange Crush. I got a bit of a start on my shawl.
Oh, it's looking good.
It's getting bigger.
You got a little bit more done than when I saw it last.
Yeah.
Nice.
I pick it up. I mean, I've really been working on the European road trip shawl, but I pick this up and try to do a 4-row repeat or 2 and then put it down. But I know the colors are so pretty. It looks a lot lighter on the screen. It is more orangey.
Right. With pink.
Yeah, with little dots of some hot pink in there.
And
Yeah.
is that like an eyelet pattern you're doing?
No, this is the fun thing is that it looks lacy, but it's not. It's either this stitch is one of my favorite stitches called Granite Stitch, or I found it in an old vintage book called Coral Knot Stitch.
Oh.
And then and so this is done this time is done on the diagonal. So it
I
gives
like it.
a little, yeah. I like it. It's pretty. Just gives a little bit of texture, and it does give you that almost a little hint of lacy work in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought from here, like on the screen, it looked like it was eyelets.
Yeah, but it's not.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. So I'm working. That's what I've been working on. And my new Start Monday project for this week is still in the swatching stage.
Right.
But it's a cotton and acrylic blend, and it's I like the feel of it too. It's going to make up into a nice top.
Oh, yes. A new summer top.
New summer top, I know, which I better knit on quick, or that's okay though. I'll either have it to wear a little bit this summer, or it'll be all set to go for next summer.
Well, I'm going to guess this one will not be done before the heat goes away. Because I think it's going to be a lot of knitting.
Well, that's all right. But that's okay. If it's for next summer, that's fine too, right?
That's right.
If you don't start, you never get it done. So
Exactly.
better to start now. If you leave it till next summer, then it won't be ready for the following summer. So just
like my sweater that'll be ready for the fall.
That's right. You don't need it right now anyways.
That's right.
All you need is just a nice lightweight shawl these days. And we'll see. So you're camping this coming week. So what projects are you taking with you?
I'm taking my summer top with me. And I have I got all ready the other day. I put 2 balls of croy and a needle in one of my sock bags. That's all ready to go. So I'm going to start those.
What color of croy?
I forgot to grab the bag.
Like some of that newer colors, like
it was the orange one.
Century?
The mid-century or whatever it is.
Mid-century stripes.
Yes. Oh, that's the one.
Perfect. Nice.
So I'll show you what I get done next week while we're away.
You need to post some pictures. I want to see some campfire or fun in the lawn chair, wherever you are, relaxing, knitting pictures. You'll have
Yeah,
to.
maybe some in the trailer knitting pictures because I
Well,
don't know that the weather is going to be the greatest.
that's okay. But at least you're
I'm
away from home and
I'm thinking that I might need to go to the dollar store and get one of those clear rain ponchos so that I can go fishing.
you know what? There again, that would be good because if you are proactive and do that, chances are you won't need it, right?
That's true.
Yeah. So do that. That'll be your best defense from rain. But yeah, well hopefully it's mostly good
It's
weather.
it's not supposed to rain the whole time. I think there's a chance of rain every single day, but not like all day.
No.
So
And
that's okay.
what are the odds of it raining every day? Like
Yeah.
slim to none, right? They always say that the rain and then yeah, it changes some.
Honestly, I don't really care as long as it's not raining when I have to pack up the trailer to go home.
Mm,
Because packing up a wet tent trailer is not fun. So
we'll just wish for good weather for you. How's that?
thank you.
Good knitting outside, fishing. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm not even going anywhere. I'm staying home and working.
Oh, and speaking of my camping trip, so next week's video might be a little bit later on Saturday.
Yes, because we'll record
Saturday morning, probably.
probably, yeah, because yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't get home till Friday afternoon sometimes. So
we'll let you off the hook. We'll let you come home, unpack, relax a little bit. We won't make you. That's all right. Yeah. So we'll still have a podcast next weekend, but it'll just be
don't look for it first thing Saturday morning.
yeah, maybe it'll be Saturday night.
Yeah,
But
that's okay.
that's all right. Of course.
Unless it is raining and we just get up and come home.
Oh no, don't even say that.
No,
Don't
don't
even
jinx it.
no, don't put that out there. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh
Beautiful.
no.
What? Oh no, what?
Oh, I went to knock and I let go of my needle and it slid right out of my work.
Hey, did you ever end up getting wooden needles? What you still have that on metal needles, your top, don't you?
I do.
You didn't, because I know when you were at Listowel, you were looking for
I
wood
was looking
metal
at,
needles.
yeah, I was looking for some bamboo, but I'm just using my chow goose. And it's not that bad because
Okay.
I think it was using the straights
Yeah.
and using the straights because they're heavier and the fact that they were so big and the work was so loose and whatnot. I don't find this bad at all.
Good.
It's not too slippy and everything's just, I am being conscientious of um my gauge though, like to keep my tension, fairly snug because it's very easy to knit loosely with this stuff.
Mhm.
And when I did my gauge swatch, I used the size needles that she had used for hers, even though that's not the size that I wanted.
Mhm.
Um, because I know I knit loosely. So I thought, well, I'll start out with the size needles that she was using for her shirt or top that was 2 sizes smaller than what I wanted to make. And when I did my gauge swatch, it ended up the same number of stitches that she had. So clearly my gauge was the same as hers.
Okay. Well, that's helpful.
So yeah, so then I just went up 2 sizes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see how
That's
Cheryl makes it.
that's as much swatching as I do.
That's Cheryl's version of gauge swatching. Well, okay. All I'm going to say to that is when you get a little more done, just does the pattern give you a schematic so you know how wide you're supposed to be? Like even as you're decreasing, does it give you an idea?
Nope, it just tells you a gauge for each size because you're not changing the number of stitches at all. Like every top is knit the same number of stitches. It's just the size of needle. So the one that she did was 6.5 stitches per inch. And the size I need to do is 5.5 stitches per inch.
Okay.
Which was two. Hers was 6.5. Then there was 6 stitches per inch, and then 5.5 stitches per inch. So each size was a half stitch difference.
Yeah. All right.
So
I look forward to seeing how it turns out.
I did two needle sizes. We'll see what happens.
We will see.
I have every confidence.
That's all right. Yes. Well, and as long as you're measuring or kind of or holding it up to yourself or something, right? So as long as you use your gut instinct if you
Well, I can always make alterations later on.
It's true. Well, fingers crossed.
I'm not worried.
No. It'll be fine. It'll be good. All right, I got a few more rows knit on here while we've been chatting, and I don't think stocking that can't go too wrong. But yeah,
I've knit my whole eyelet round.
Excellent.
So yeah, the only other thing that I did this week other than finishing my socks and starting this was I did a little bit of stitching last weekend because I gotta do my whole June and there's only one more week. It's not even a full week.
Where did this month go?
I don't know.
This month just went by so fast.
It did. So I did I'm just trying to get to the last few stitches. And then I'm going to put my little stoppers on.
Yeah, so you don't lose anything. Yeah, you don't want to lose stitches on your eyelet row. That's just...
No, that would be wrong.
That just makes it a little more tricky if you have to pick them up. Okay, yeah, so stitching. So sewing, you've been super busy sewing too, right?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she says.
Uh-oh.
Knit 2 together, yarn over, repeat to end of round. Does that mean I should end with the yarn over?
What did you
because
start? You did...
I ended up with 1 stitch left.
Oh, it's just I don't think it's not going to matter. Well, and you're doing this is 2 pieces. No, this one, how was this one done? This was round.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go around and see if I missed a yarn over or something somewhere or something.
Where did you started yarn over, knit 2 together?
Knit 2 together.
2 together.
Knit 2 together, yarn over. So I should end up with a yarn over, but I ended up with 1 stitch left.
Yeah, well,
too much talking.
I would say that you could fudge that, right? Because
yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
It's just the picot. It's not like it's a lace pattern that you've got to match up your eyelets.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So modern folk embroidery, the fruit of plenty.
Lovely.
2021 stitch along.
All right. I feel like you need a drum roll now. Ooh. Look at that.
So this is my page.
I like that.
No way to show this really well.
That flower in the corner.
Yeah. So I finished up all this and I've done a lot of this outlining work and I've done
Nice.
about all of this.
That's a lot.
It's getting there.
So is this
There's
one going camping with you?
Yep. Yepper.
Because you got to get it done.
Get her done. Yeah. Well, you know, and my needle minder says happy camper.
Exactly. So it's got to go.
Yeah.
And you got to find
last year I took pandemic with me every time we went camping. Sat and worked on it here and there. So
perfect.
I might have to switch out my Q snaps though and put the smaller one on. But
very good. Very, very good. Sounds like you're all set for
yep.
a week away.
Yep. I just have to finish up this one wholesale order and it's a lot.
Yep.
And then I can go.
And then
and I have to sew a new bag for the awning on my trailer. I took it off and ripped it all apart because the zipper was broke. So I was making a new one. So right now I have no awning on my trailer and I'm leaving in 2 days.
Yeah. So you need an awning either for rain or for sun.
Yeah. For rain. Yeah.
Well, you are going to be busy.
Crazy sewing lady. Yeah.
Lots of fun though. Huh. Well, I'm impressed with all your stitching. I'm so happy you got your sweater started. Can't wait to see progress on that.
Yeah, hopefully I can get quite a bit done on it over this next week. I just, I have to figure out this eyelet round and then I knit 6 rounds and then I fold it up and knit it the provisional cast on into my round. And then, then I just start on the body.
Fun. And so it's just stockinette and then, so it's just going to be your, when you get into stripes is the.
Yeah, well, there's some decreasing, and it looks like the decreasing is just in one place. It's not on either side.
Oh, that's
because the body says to knit 138 stitches and then place a marker and then knit to the end of the round. And then it says knit 10 rounds, ending the last round 3 stitches before the end, slip, slip, knit, and knit 1. Next round, knit 2 together. Knit to the 3 stitches before the next marker, slip, slip, knit, knit 1. So it sounds like you're just decreasing at one. You're just decreasing at one spot.
Well, didn't it say
on either side of the marker? Oh, you know what? It's not. 138 stitches is halfway around.
Yes. So you're because just said you're going to knit 2 together and then do before 3 stitches before the marker, right? Yeah.
And then go to the other side where the beginning of the round is and decrease again. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it has to be.
So yeah, every 10 rounds I have to decrease. So then I have to repeat those 11 rows 12 times. I can get that done in a week, right?
Totally can. 11 repeats.
Who am I kidding? I'll be lucky if I get 1 repeat.
That's all right. Slow and steady.
Yeah.
That's our motto. Instead of get her done, it's slow and steady. Yay. Those look
Yeah.
super cute.
Yeah, I'm happy with them.
Yeah, I've kind of laxed on my sock knitting. I need to, maybe once I get this huge thing done, I'll pick up some socks. I've got to, because, well, Northern Knits podcast, they are having their summer sock knit along start, I think July 1st.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I've been saying, why I haven't got my March socks done yet is, or May sock number 2 for May, is that I've been waiting for their sock knit along. And it goes through,
Good excuse.
it's, I know, except now July 1st is going to be here next week. That means I'm going to have to actually work on my sock. I can't use that excuse anymore to hold it off. And it's a 3-month knit along.
Oh,
So
there you go.
yeah. So my 12 pairs of socks, it seems so easy just to say, you know, like January, February, March, April to identify which sock it is. But really, I just want 12 pairs at the end of the year. So yeah, a pair a month is kind of, you know, they'll just happen when they happen.
Yeah. Quite honestly, knitting socks is what I enjoy the very most. Mm-hmm. And I would be content just to knit socks and not knit anything else.
Like Adrienne, she's basically the same way. So many people are, but no, not me. And I go in spells, right? And I started out this year thinking, yes, I'm all excited. Socks. I really, and I still do feel that way. I do want to knit socks, but I've gone basically like a year without really knitting socks. But this was I just thought this kind of felt like a year of socks.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I kind of get bored and want to do something different for a change, but it's mostly only if I see something that I really like, that I want the product, then I'll go for it.
Yeah.
But as far as the enjoying the process of knitting, I just like knitting socks because, I just find it relaxing and I don't have to think much about it. I just knit.
Yeah, and I don't know why I don't fall in that same category, because if I had to choose, like I would pick a sweater over socks every time. Who knows? Anyway.
But you bring me doing this gets me doing more things.
Well, that makes me happy. I like hearing that.
You force me into submission.
No. I don't like those words. I like encourage.
You've encouraged me to broaden my horizons.
That's right. I like that a lot better.
I'd be happy just to sit and cross stitch and knit socks forever.
And and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, you're right. I don't know. I like doing all kinds of different things, but really, as long as you're doing something you like, if it's just, well, I don't want to say just sock or a dishcloth. And it bothers me when people say, "Oh, I just knit dishcloths."
It's just a dishcloth.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's not, because it's knitting, right? It's knitting is knitting. It does whatever the final project is. As long as you're happy doing it, it's just as exciting and fun as knitting a sweater, right?
I should knit some dishcloths. Oh, I did buy some dishcloth cotton too, because they had a whole bunch of it on for $1 a ball.
Well,
but it might be passed on as some, gifties for my knitty friends come Christmas too. Shh.
I won't say a word.
Don't tell anybody.
Won't. It'll stay between us.
Yeah.
I know, we'll sit down.
I'll let you pick which color you want first.
Okay. I know, but see, that's the thing. That's the exciting thing when you go to Spin Right is they have such good deals. You never know what they're gonna have. So you
Yeah.
can't really go with a set, you want this yarn in this color because lots of times you'll be disappointed. But if you're open to whatever they have, you can find some good deals.
Well, we can see that you've shopped there a lot.
I do
A
because
lot.
it is on the way to the cottage.
Oh, I see. So it's a matter of just not need by any means. It's just
It's part of our vacation protocol.
it's just a fun hobby to go shopping.
It is. You ask my kids, and they know it's when they were little, we would always come into Listowel and we would stop and get hamburgers, like A&W is on the way in, and
Yeah.
and the kids would eat in the car while I ran in and just, grabbed whatever and came out, or they would come in with me sometimes, but they weren't as excited about stopping there.
No.
I can't understand that, but they they gave up complaining after a few years.
It was funny because I haven't been up there in a few years for sure. And I didn't even have to look on my Google Maps to find it. I was like, pretty sure it's just one road over from the main street. It's got to be here somewhere. And I went right to it. I'm like, wow, it just like had a little magnetic force going on.
I know, right?
Threw me right to it.
Knitters to yarn. It's like, yep, it's not hard to find. No, I know.
No, it was good.
The only problem is when we're making plans to go up to the cottage this summer, and I think it may be closed both times when we're going up and coming home.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going up late. So, we're driving up in the evening this time.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well. I think I can survive.
Yeah.
Happy camping.
Well, thank you. I will hopefully remember. I'll think about taking some pictures. Maybe a little bit of video. We'll see.
That would be exciting.
Then we can pop them in next week.
Yeah, that would be nice. Give us some, camping views, knitting, campfire, water, fishing, all the fun stuff. All right. Well, is that it? Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me too. Just rows and rows. Okay, well, hopefully everybody else has had a great knitting week. We'd love to know what you're knitting. So leave us a comment down below, and we should say welcome to our new subscribers. We've had some new followers here on the podcast and in the Facebook group. So
yes, lots.
Yeah, so we're happy. Our community is growing.
Yay!
And I hope everybody is enjoying our monthly knit-alongs or our monthly challenges as much as we are. I look forward to them.
They're fun.
They are. All right. Well, we will see you guys all again next Saturday, just a little bit later, like Cheryl said, but we will show up, and we will catch up with you then.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great week.
Happy knitting.